questions for Stanley and Anthony?
Coach said you guys were pretty upset in the locker room after this game, maybe more upset than you've been all season. Why do you think that was the case?
You got Sam or me?
Stan, you go.
All right. Yeah, you just seen, the game was down to the wire for the most of the part. And we know that we could have won that game as easily as we lost it. So, yeah, of course, people are going to be upset. And now we just got to work on executing and pay attention to the details. So when it does come down to the wire like that, we'll come out on the other side.
Anthony, do you feel like the defense kind of got worn down a little bit in the fourth quarter?
Nah, I don't think that we got worn down at all. I feel like that last drive, they called that face mask call, and that kind of messed us up a little bit too. But I don't think we got worn down at all. Defense, I feel like sometimes we just hurt ourselves.
And that last drive was like 8 minutes, 24 seconds. What does a drive like that just kind of do for you guys?
Defensively, it don't really matter how long we're on the field. We're not trying to depend on anybody, but we just trying to make plays. We trying to get the ball back to the offense, trying to get the ball out, trying to get stopped.
If this was your last game here, Stanley, and you did participate in the ceremonies and so forth, do you feel like you played with pride and put on a good show for the fans, even in defeat today as a team?
Yeah, as a team, we played for, we had 30 seniors around there, something like that. So it was an emphasis that we're playing for the seniors, regardless if it's their last game or if they have opportunity to come back. And we know that we had to put it all out for them because it's their last game in the stadium, and you never know. I think we gave it our all. I don't think we held back anything.
Who else?
What was supposed to happen on the two-point play if it had worked the way it was supposed to?
Pitch to me, pitch to Mike Wiley. Either Mike had to run it or throw the ball to Will in the end zone, and they covered it well. And Mike tried to get what he could, and it just didn't work out the way we thought it was.
So there is a version of that where Will actually leaks into the end zone because it kind of looked like he ended up blocking.
He ended up blocking. Yeah, he said he saw some players just waiting at the end zone and seen him run a route, so he did what I thought was a good idea and tried to pick up a block for Mike so he's not out there hanging dry.
Alec.
Stanley, the play where you took the direct snap and then threw it back to Will, you threw it to Wiley. What was kind of the inspiration behind that? Was that practice this week?
Yeah, we've been practicing it all season. I think we had it in during BYU. It was set up a little bit different where I wasn't throwing it to Will. It was somebody else throwing it to Will. But, we practiced it all year, and we finally got to execute it.
And then Coach Fish said you and some of the other seniors gave a little bit of a message to the team after the game. What was said amongst the veterans to the younger guys?
Just staying together and don't fall apart and point fingers. We're on the right track even though the scoreboard doesn't always show it. You could just tell that we're on the right track as a program.
For both of you guys, how do you think your time at Arizona has prepared you for life?
We've had 3 head coaches, me and him both, so that was a lot of change. I had a lot of DCs, had a lot of position coaches, so I just constantly had a lot of change in college, so I feel like that helped me through my life, adapting to change. So, yeah, that's how I feel like it helped me.
What about you, Stan?
Just learn how to face adversity and rolling with the punches. You never know what you're going to get, and we've had 3 different head coaches, a couple different position coaches, and you learn a lot of ups and downs, a lot of turnarounds, but I think it prepares you well for life being here.
So I know it's not the ideal situation going what all you guys went through, but are you kind of appreciative of the fact that you went through so much adversity?
Yeah, of course. I'm appreciative of every lesson that I have in life, and I feel like this is like a big one, especially growing up from high school to college. Like them 4 years by yourself, 4 to 5 years by yourself, away from family, away from home is like important time to grow. So I feel like it helped a lot.
Were you guys both on the field for the block punt?
I wasn't.
I was at returner.
Oh, so you knew that they called for punt block?
Yeah, should have been my block punt. I was blocking early. I was supposed to be in that position earlier. No, I'm just kidding, but I don't think you got
What
that.
did that do? What was the sense on the sideline? What was the sense on the sideline or among the team when you see that happen? Lobato makes the block, Revy's in the end zone.
You go crazy. I mean, we blocked a punt against Washington, I think it was, and Reddy dove on the ball. So we've been giving him crap about diving on the ball. He could have scooped and scored, and he said when it happens again, he's going to score. And it happened again, and he scored. So, yeah, it's a good feeling. It's a game-changing play. And we knew that if we had no turnovers and we made plays on special teams, we were going to have a good shot to win the game. They just had no turnovers either, so it just went balanced out.
Yeah, Anthony, they seemed like they were able to beat the blitz a couple times. What did you see in those situations?
I think it was just good play calling by their offense. They just recognized what we were running sometimes. So maybe we got to do a better job disguising it a little bit more. And I feel like that's all that was.
Any other questions?
Short week coming up. This has been a situation in the past where maybe the Wildcats have looked ahead to the ASU game. How do you make sure everyone is locked in and focused on the next game against Washington State?
We already know. We know that we have Washington. We have 2 more games, and we just play one-game seasons, 12 one-game seasons instead of a 12-game season. Or looking past one opponent. Washington State's playing pretty well, so we got to lock in, and we have a short week and just prepare to our best ability and go out there and try to get a win in Pullman.
All right, thank you guys.